Well, she dedicated her life to dance and teaching others how to perfect the art. Ballet legend Violette Verdy died this week in Bloomington at the age of 82. As Sarah Whitmire reports, Verdy had a long, successful career on the stage before coming to Indiana University to teach.
Costumes, honors, and photos filled Violette Verdy's Bloomington home.
Yeah, you see, that's it. When Eddie was lifting me.
Violette Verdy was born in 1933 in a small town in northwest France. Her father died when she was young, and she was raised by a strict mother. Because she was such an energetic child, her mother asked a doctor what she could do to tire out her daughter.
He said, okay, we have to make her dance.
And that is how Verdy got her start in ballet. She was 6. Fast forward to 1945. Verdy performed for the first time with Roland Petit's ballets in France. She quickly gained an international reputation. In 1953, she would come to the States for her first U.S. tour, using the stage name Violette Verdy. She would go on to perform in more than 100 ballets and with more than 50 companies, including the Paris Opera and the Metropolitan Opera. A favorite of legendary choreographer George Balanchine, she was a principal dancer for the New York City Ballet for 2 decades. She stopped performing in 1977 to become the first female artistic director of the Paris Opera Ballet. After a long career as a performer and a choreographer, she joined the ballet faculty at Indiana University's Jacobs School of Music in 1996.
The kids would look to her with such reverence, such appreciation, right? That this seminal figure in this field was in their midst, and that they just had a chance to be taught by her. It's not somebody that was a historic figure in their lives. It was a real, honest-to-gosh figure who choreographed for her, and she was the muse for Balanchine, and they then had a direct line to someone like Balanchine.
1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Open the knee over 5 toes, because otherwise you roll a little bit. There's a distinction of behavior. Our dancers won't go like this. Shit, they don't do that. They said, oh my God, it's really hard to do. I'm a little bit tired, but I think I'll be okay.
I mean, she was always able to dance. I mean, there was never any physical challenge that she had to overcome, even later in life. So she was able to do everything that she needed to do to demonstrate for the students, right? So she was completely capable of doing anything and communicating it to them through dance, right? She didn't have to use words as much as model it on the dance floor.
During her 20 years at IU, numerous other universities would come calling. Verdy guest lectured around the world, but always returned to Bloomington. Richard says Verdy liked that IU was a public university, and she had the ability to be influential among all parts of society.
And that combination of the artistic and scholarly environment is completely unique, right? Most of Europe separates it into conservatories, and performance stands alone. But that would never be the right place for her. She was too curious a person, right? She would learn from everybody. She wouldn't want to be segregated artistically, right? She'd want to be in a scholarly home.
Verdy continued to teach at IU until she unexpectedly fell ill late last month. Verdy divorced when she was young, and she never remarried. She didn't have any children of her own, but she leaves behind a lasting impact.
I have so many children. So many dancing children.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Sarah Whitmire.
In 2013, Verdy was awarded the IU President's Medal for Excellence. That's the highest honor an IU president can bestow. In presenting it, Michael McRobbie called Verdy an Indiana University treasure. The Jacobs School is finalizing details for a ceremony to honor Verdy's memory. And joining us now is Dwayne Busick, and you taped Miss Violette Verdy many times, right? And that's how you got to know her.
Yeah, I actually met Violette when she first came to IU in 1996 to work at the ballet department, and she is such an unassuming but incredible person that she would have me over when she needed to make a tribute to a colleague who was retiring, or any special occasion that they wanted her to attend to, but her travel schedule wouldn't allow it. So an interesting thing is, whenever I would travel, I would see Violette in airports, and whether it's Detroit Airport, the San Francisco Airport, and I'd hear her go, "Oh, hello, my darling Dwayne," and it was just always wonderful to see her, because she was always traveling and trying to give back to the people that she had worked with.
Well, and I think that's what you can take away most from her, from what I've been hearing, is that she was such a huge presence, a big deal, but yet she was so approachable.
Yeah, one of the things that I noticed when looking around her house was a picture of Vivian Lee and her together, and Violette goes, "Yes, she was at my wedding," Violette married a man who had worked with Laurence Olivier, and Vivian Lee was married to Laurence Olivier just before her wedding. And then there was a signed print from Andy Warhol that was dedicated to Violette and her husband that she kept in a closet. She didn't even keep it displayed. It was it was kept in a closet, and so it's just so unassuming and just a delight to be around.
And will be greatly missed. Thank you so much for sharing your time that you had with her. Appreciate it.
Sure, thank you.